It's the Fantasy Football Show with your host, Smitty. Take a lap.
Yo, welcome to the show. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show, and today we're doing something a little different because it's playoff time. We're not doing our usual time segment. We're doing something a little special. We're doing some wild card ranking content. We're going to do some playoff prediction content. So get ready for all that. We're going to first cook up the wild card weekend playoff fantasy football rankings. What's up, Jose Pena? First in the building. Let your grandmas know. Let everybody know we are in the building. We're doing it live. We got Madness next. Media third in the building. Brandon fourth. Dan, Grim, and Senior Hyphy, James, Blackbeard, Zach, etc. Appreciate you all being here. Notification gang, always doing it live. Appreciate all you. Let's break down the running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, quarterbacks. We'll break it all down from a wild card perspective first, and then we're gonna dip right into the full playoff outlook, as if you were drafting, for the entire playoffs in one sitting. You weren't just taking into account resetting round by round. Very, very different content, so we're going to hit both of them. We need to make sure we are good to go. Okay, so first of all, I want to say that you need to make your own rankings based on your own expectation of these teams winning games. So if you believe that the Bengals, like I do, can go to the Super Bowl, not your wild card rankings, well, especially your wild card rankings too, because you're going to think the Bengals are going to win the game, blow up, have a nice big game. But you're going to have different rankings than I do, okay? So I know some of you are going to be like, I can't believe you got Joe Burrow so high, Smitty. Why would you rank Joe Burrow so high? Where's my megaphone? But Smitty, why wouldn't you have A-Rod? You love A-Rod. We're going to go over all the strategies. We're going to go over all the approaches, so don't worry, hang tight. Let's start with the quarterbacks, and let's rank the quarterbacks for wild card weekend. Okay, my number one quarterback for wild card weekend, I'm just gonna say it. It's Joey B. It's Joey B. I like Mahomes. I like Brady. I like Josh Allen, but I'm going Joey B because I think Joey B's got a lot to prove. I think Jamar Chase is on fire. I think T. Higgins is doing his thing. I think Mixon's in a groove. This offense is doing well. The front seven's not too bad on defense. Let's be fair to that defense. They do give up a lot of passing yards. They got holes. I get it. But this team scores so many points that I think they're going to ball out in this wild card game. So I'm putting Joey B there. I'm putting Josh Allen at number. Let's rank these. So Joey B, I'm drafting 1. Josh Allen, I am drafting 2. Let's move these bad boys over and give ourselves some room to work with. Okay? Jimmy G, get down there. Carr, get down there. Patty Mahomes, I'm sorry, Patty, I didn't mean to put you 3, bro. You know you're my boy. We don't know if Hill, let me give you a little explanation. We don't know if Hill's 100%. They say he's running now. The heel isn't bothering him. It clearly bothered him last contest. So we're not 100% sure what's going on with Mahomes. Why is Mahomes lowercase? That's bothering me too. Mahomes capital. I'd have to say Thomas Brady's got to go next. Where's Brady? Did I not even prep Brady? He's got to be here somewhere. There he is. There's the GOAT. Brady is going number 4. Let's go. 4, Brady. Thomas Brady. Number 4. Number 5. I'm going Kyler. I don't know that the Cards are advancing. I've been pretty pessimistic about my Cardinals, but I think Murray can still bring a thunder game. He can still run all over the place. He can still have a nice little outing. Number 6 for me would probably be, it's tough between Dak and where is Stafford? It's tough between Dak and Stafford. I'm going to put Stafford ahead of Dak, but I think it's arguable. It's close. I don't want to hear complaints. Look, you could have Dak 4. It wouldn't bother me at all. It wouldn't bother. So it shouldn't bother you if I have Dak at 7, unless you're, a Cowboy fan in here. Then you're going to be upset. You're going to be upset at me. So we got Dak. We got Hurts is probably next. Hurts could have a big game. Wouldn't surprise me if Hurts was 5. Okay, so this is kind of like a really close group. Part of me, it's about, disappointment factor. And there's just a little bit more disappointment factor with the Jalen than there is with like a Kyler, I think. I think Kyler could lose the game. The Cardinals could lose the game. But the disappointment fantasy factor is not quite as, I think, that sitting there in front of you. Garoppolo, Carr, Mac Jones, Roethlisberger. This is tough. I'm going to go. I don't love Carr, but we're going to go Carr. We're probably going to go. I suppose we could go Jimmy G here. Rothy, I like Rothy, but I think he's just fallen off. He's just looking a little bit. He's barely hanging on. And he could have one more decent game, so I'm tempted to put him 10, but we'll put Mac. Mac is just not the most capable, but he might go further than a lot of these guys. So you might see his ranking change when we do the season long stuff. So there's my top 12 quarterbacks: Burrow, Allen, Mahomes, Brady, Murray, Stafford, Dak, Hurts, Carr, Jimmy G, Rothy, and Mac Jones. There it is. That's the quarterback ranking. Kenny says Jimmy G over Ben. That is too much. Well, someone might rank over Big Ben, bro. He's barely doing it. Bro. Okay, let's go with the tight ends now. I want to move all these guys over here. We might have to do tight ends like vertically because we're running out of space here. We're running out of real estate. Let me move all these guys over. Okay. So we're gonna start off with Travis Kelsey, of course. Hold on. Let's move all these out of the way. We're gonna have to do this one vertically. Smitty did not leave a lot of room to work with. Okay, so Kelsey is going to be number 1. Pretty easy decision there. If you think differently, speak your mind in the chat, but you're only going to get resistance from everybody in here. And hit the thumbs up if you're in the building here. 32 of you only right now. Hit that thumbs up. Let people know where we're at. Let people know how to find us. Let people know that this show is worthy of being watched right now, because it's bringing you some amazing content for 2022 fantasy football playoffs, okay? And I think people need to know. Okay. So Gronk. No, I'm going Kittle. I think Kittle has a big game. I think in order to win this game or even try and win this game, you have to win with Kittle. You have to win with Kittle. If the Niners are going to win this game, they're going to have to use Kittle because Debo is going to be attempted to be shut down. Okay, so Kelsey, Kittle, Gronk, probably Schultz. Is it Schultz or is it Goddard? Guys, let me get through my process before you throw out the craziness on it. Okay, I know some of these are your guys, but calm down. And there's every reason to believe that Gronk could outscore Kittle. He could very easily have 2 touchdowns, 2 tutties as Tom Brady leans on him. But I do like Kittle here. I feel like the Cowboys are going to try and shut Debo down. And I'm not saying it'll be fully successful, media, but they will try and shut him down, and that's going to open up the door for Kittle to have a big monster game. That's all I'm saying, bro. Schultz, I'm going Knox. At me. I'm going Knox. This is going to, I think, be a little bolder than the average bear. Dropping their rankings. Goddard, Schultz, you can't really go wrong. I mean, honestly. Like, someone give me a realistic argument against these guys right here. Like, this is getting crazy when you start saying, oh, Goddard's got to be 4. Like, come on. Schultz, Goddard, Knox, these are all very, very close. Higbee, I think Waller, I mean, we don't know what kind of, what level Waller is going to be playing at. His physical ability. Is he 100% back? I don't know. No one knows. Ertz. Oh, we'll go Ertz over Waller. I didn't see Ertz there. We'll go Ertz at 7. We'll go Waller. I like Higbee a little bit in this one. We'll go Waller at 8. Waller might be a little more valuable downstream because I think, he could get healthier. So is it Higbee? I can't even see who's behind here. Henry. Freiermuth. Maybe Freiermuth needs to be 8. I don't know. Freiermuth. It's Big Ben. And is he healthy? What's going on with Freiermuth? Okay. Higbee 10. Hunter Henry could be 8 or 9 or 10. So if you like Hunter, don't get all upset. Don't get all upset in here. 11, Hunter Henry. And then I don't know. These guys are kind of like we'll stop at 12. And then I guess we could just finish. Jonu. Moreau, just in case, Waller's not full go. He might get some run. Brate's interesting, I suppose, for a touchdown. Uzama. We'll go like that. Those are the tight ends. There you have it. Ertz might get another 10 targets. Raiders over Eagles. Hunter Henry, maybe top 2. Knox top 3. Media's adding me. Goddard, you can't slow down Debo, even if you try. Welcome, 49er fans. Kelsey is top 3, but I wouldn't put him number 1. Roger, you're probably the only person in here, but I appreciate you. I still appreciate you. Let's go with the RBs, okay? And let's throw these guys. These guys are not ranking in the top, 5. So I'm throwing these mofos down here. Okay, so we got Mixon, Mitchell, Michelle, Zeke. Okay. Man. This is tough. I'm going to go Najee, number 1. But I'll tell you, I'm very tempted. I'm all Bengal. I'm a Bengal boy this playoff season. So I'm tempted to go Mixon at that 1 spot, but I think that's going to be pretty good. We'll go Mitchell 3. We will go, it's got to be Connor, right? Yeah, I mean, Connor's is playing out of his mind. Connor's playing great football. You cannot discredit this man as being a top 4, top 5 guy. Now this is the tough part. You have Michelle. A lot of people say, "Oh, you got Akers coming back." I don't think Akers, he wasn't effective at all last week. He was just getting his feet wet. He's still a big injury risk. You got Jacobs, who feels like he's getting good volume right now. He's not a bad 5 or 6. I'm not gonna be opposed to anybody putting Jacobs at 5. Zeke looks pretty healthy for the first time in a long time. Leonard Fournette, we're a little bit worried about. Let's check out his health. Because honestly, Fournette would be ranking higher media, but we don't truly know how he's feeling. Vaughn could be used quite a bit. Let's see. Leonard Fournette. Bucks designated running back Leonard Fournette hamstring full return from injury reserve. Fournette's return was expected, but is excellent news nonetheless. With Godwin and Antonio Brown no longer in the picture, the Bucks playoff run, Fournette's ability to help in the passing game. We'll see. I mean, I don't know that I'm putting him in wild card weekend here. Like, I think his value goes up a little bit if you're doing the full playoff thing, which we're doing soon, so don't worry. But I would say, what's up, 49er Faithful Lee? I will say, I think Michelle is probably going to have a day. I think I like Michelle there. I think I like Zeke for one more game. I might move these around, so chill out for a second because I really like Stevenson and Harris, but the problem is we don't know which one's going to get more run. I feel like Harris is, the veteran. I feel like Stevenson could be a 100-yard rusher. It's pretty tough. I'm going to put Stevenson, I think, at 7. No, I'll put... This is hard. I'm putting him as a tie. These two guys are a tie. Jacobs at this would be number 9 then. And that's a tough one because he could be a top 5 guy this week. It just depends on how you feel. He's going to be phased out or not. 10 would be Fournette. And that's, arguable to go higher. Very, 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 very much. Fournette. Singletary's interesting. He might come up next. Akers, no. Daryl's kind of an interesting play. Clyde, who knows what Clyde's... I mean, this first game back, I feel like Daryl should rank over Clyde. I think Singletary's probably next. He's been playing great. He's been getting a lot of run. He's not just getting, lucky yardage. He's been getting fed. He's been getting force-fed. You got 3 running backs here, which makes this a little dangerous to rank these 3 right here. Vaughn, I like Vaughn a little bit. Sanders, what's Sanders' status? Miles Sanders. Because he's so lowly ranked everywhere, but he's got a little upside, Sanders was limited in practice Thursday. Sirianni was hopeful that Sanders would suit up for the Wild. See, he's still sketchy. That means Gainwell's better than him right now. I'm going to go with this game. I'm going Daryl. This is the wild card game, so I think Clyde could potentially have maybe a touch more value, the whole playoff ranking version of this. But I think for this particular set where we're doing just wild card weekend, I think Daryl's probably a little bit safer. I think Daryl's just a little bit safer. Vaughn or Gainwell. Let's go Gainwell for now. 1-4. And Gainwell's sneaky. You want a sneaky running back? I'm going to identify sneaky in every one of these sets. So in the quarterbacks, I'll say your sneaky quarterback long-term could be Mac in that he ranks really low, but he might go further than, if you were doing some kind of long-term playoff thing, we'll get into that. That Mac could be one of those, guys you grab, and then you put him as your quarterback too, especially if it's best ball, because he might come around and help you later. So it's like a sneaky, big IQ play. It's like, hey, I'm going to draft, Mahomes or whatever, but I'm going to have Mac just in case the Patriots go far. So it's like one of those backup plan type things. At tight end, the sneaky play, I mean, Waller could be sneaky, but, we don't really know how healthy he's going to be, but he's falling far. His ranking's good. His availability is very, very easily, attainable. You can get this guy late in a draft if you're doing a contest on the Underdog Fantasy, which you can use my link. Go to smitty1.com/underdog. Use code Smitty when you go play Underdog. And when you're playing Underdog using code Smitty, then you'll see Waller get drafted really late. So he's a good pick. I'd say Vaughn and then at running back Gainwell. Gainwell could be 6. And I might rethink where I put Gainwell because I don't know that Sanders is going to be ready to rumble. It's looking like he's limited Thursday. May play. They're hopefully he could play. To me, that means Gainwell. You know what? Let's move these around. I'm going to put Gainwell in here. as a tie for 11. That makes Darryl 13. That makes Clyde 14. That makes Vaughn 15. That makes Gore, Sanders, and Akers just kind of, whatever. And Akers ain't going to get a lot of run yet. If he does, it's a mistake, a huge mistake. He's going to take a lot of time. It's already reckless enough putting this man out there. Wide receivers. Let's put the small time guys over in the corner here. Not to say they can't be valuable, but we need room while we navigate this beast right here. So we'll put the big boys upstairs. We'll put the medium guys right here. Big boys we're putting upstairs. I'm not ranking these yet. Just want to make sure they're attainable. Mari's a medium man. Lamb's a big boy. Bourne is very, very low key. Renfro is definitely medium to big boy. We'll put him right here. Debo's a big boy. Ayuk is a medium size prospect for this wild card weekend. Odell is like a later end of the big boys. Okay. So, man, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. This is probably the toughest one. This is probably the toughest one. Why is Adams there? Why is Adams there? Okay. We're doing wild card. Number one. You'll come back, Adams. Don't worry. We'll have you back, Adams. Number one. It's got to be Cooper Kupp. He's been doing it all year. Okay. Chase is number 2. At me. All you want. Chase is number 2. And I could have Chase number 1, honestly. Adams is on the rest of the season rankings. He's on a bye, so we can't do him on the wild card. I don't know why he was on there. Okay, number 2. Look, Debo deserves it. Debo deserves 2 or 3. We'll put Debo at 3. Very arguable. We could even put Debo as a tie for 2. Let's do that. I think that's acceptable. We got Diggs, Claypool, Amari. Okay, Grayson, get out of here. Diggs is got to be. He's gonna be 4 then. Diggs will be. Oh, Hill. Hill's 4. Was he still banged? You know what? Hill's still banged up though. It's a risk. Give me Diggs. Give me Diggs 4. Give me Hill 5. I'm sorry, Hill, but until you prove you're like 100% healthy, bro, you're going to the 5 spot. It is what it is. Maybe long term we're gonna have him higher though. So Hill 5. We have Deontay, Evans, Lamb. Evans is probably pretty safe right now to go 6. I like, you guys know I love CeeDee Lamb, but we're gonna put Evans there at 6 for now. I think Lamb going 7 is very, very solid value, and this is great. It's great that Lamb's overlooked. So we'll go Lamb. We got Deontay, Odell, Higgins. Higgins has got to go next. I almost feel like Higgins has got to go higher. I feel like I just disrespected my boy Higgins. We'll go 8 for right now, but he could go. I mean, you could argue all these. So, I want to move him up, but like, what do I do? Deontay and Odell. Odell and Deontay. Let's go Deontay first. Deontay first. Number 10. We'll put it could be a Renfro. We'll go Odell. These bad boys got to go down here. This is going to get messy when we start inserting the other guys. Actually, it won't be too bad because Tennessee's only got a couple guys. It'll be okay. So Renfro will go number 11, which is great value. Which is great value. Ayuk, Van, Amari, AJ. These guys don't feel... So it's kind of between these guys. Ayuk feels pretty good here. Claypool's not too bad here. Amari's not too bad. We'll go with Brandon Ayuk. I think that's not bad. Amari. 15. Very arguable here. So no one have a panic attack and be like, "Oh, but Van Jefferson's so good, Smitty." Get your juice box. Get a hold of yourself and realize this is all pretty close and decisions had to be made. Executive decisions had to be made. 16 would be Kirk. Come on, Kirk. Cooperate. You take a lap, media. Get your bias out of here. 16, 17. Media, you're a little bit biased, bro. Okay? Doesn't hold a ton of weight. 17. Okay, so here we go. And then we'll go AJ Green. Bourne. Grayson. I don't know if I even missed anybody. I don't think I did. Let me just take a quick gander. Devontae Smith? Did I not have Devontae Smith? Where's Devontae? Crap! 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 He's timed with Ayuk. I'm not reordering him, though. Okay. Van over here. I kind of have to reorder him. I have issues. I need to look right. Devontae Smith. It won't take that long to reorder him. So that's going to be 14. Van would be 15. Son of a bee. Who else did I forget? When you spitball this stuff, I usually do a pretty good job, but when you spitball stuff, you can have a mistake, an oopsie or two. It happens. I'm a human being. I'm doing the best I can. There we go. AJ Brown's on a bye, bro. Pay attention, trainer. Pay attention. Okay, there you go. There you go. I think we did it live. I think we did it proper. I don't think I'm missing anybody big. Let me just take a gander. Tight ends. Yeah, I don't think I'm missing anybody. I think that's doing it live. What do you guys think of that wild card ranking weekend that I just threw down live in impromptu style? Jawan Jennings. Yeah. I think he'd probably be like around this Kirk place, I guess. But you're not, I mean, he hasn't done anything until now, so it's hard to like count on him. Boyd's a good one. Boyd, we'll put Boyd. I mean, he's definitely going to be down in the AJ Green area, but Boyd needs to be added. It's true. Boyd. Who else is missing? Who am I missing? I'm not missing any of the big dogs, but I might be missing someone like Boyd, Jacoby Myers, whatever. Cedric Wilson, I suppose. Said Will's been playing pretty good. Wilson. Said Wilson. Perriman, I guess, right? Rashad Perriman. Why not? Why not? Dreams are made on this day. Perriman. He's a dream maker. All right, let's go. Let's insert these wild card guys now. Oh boy. So Derrick Henry. Where do we put Derrick Henry? This is wild card weekend. Let me put a graphic on screen. Wild card So this is wild card rankings right here. Now, if we go to the full playoff rankings, we're going to do this. Full playoff rankings. We're going to change this color so that people notice it and understand what we're doing here. Full playoff rankings. Actually, we'll put it down at the bottom. So now we got to insert Henry. We got to insert, that's pretty much it from the running back standpoint. I mean, I guess potentially or Aaron Jones, I mean from the Tennessee side. Potentially we got to throw in Foreman. So where do we let's do those two first. So Henry and Foreman. Let's see. So Henry, Derrick Henry. I'm not going to renumber them all. But let's put full playoffs. What are we doing, guys? I kind of feel like right here. And then Foreman is just kind of down here with these guys. I don't think Foreman goes high because that's, you know, we don't even know if Henry's going to be a full go, but he's going to have a whole nother week. You know, he's got a bye. So now we got to go to the Packers. We've got A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones. Where are we putting these bad boys? Aaron Jones and Dillon. Aaron Jones. He's kind of, if it's full playoff, you got to. So here's where the strategy comes into play. So you guys want me to break this down here. Even though A.J. Dillon, I like A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones more than I like Stevenson and Harris and Jacobs and Fournette and Gainwell and probably Zeke, probably Michelle, probably Connor, because they have a higher likelihood of going further. So even if they're scoring to a lesser degree, let's say Connor has 2 touchdowns and 70 yards or whatever, Dillon could play 3 games. Aaron Jones could play 3 games, in my opinion. So it becomes a little tougher to rank guys like Connor and Michelle and Zeke when you feel like, okay, they got a game or 2. So I'm going to go ahead and move all these guys down, and I'm probably going to put Aaron Jones and Dillon pretty high. And it's not because if they were in this wild card game, it's not like if it was just wild card rankings, I probably wouldn't have them ultra high. You could have Connor ahead of both of them, but I just think the Cardinals aren't going far. So I'm probably going to put Aaron Jones and Dillon maybe like that. And that's because I feel like I'm getting a lot of games out of them. You know what I mean? Like Dillon could have 3 games of 12 points. So Connor could have 1 game of 18 or 22. I get that, but Dillon could also have a monster game. He could also have 140 yards and a touchdown or something. So I think Dillon and Aaron Jones are definitely worth grabbing right there. Now Mitchell, you could say you like them over Mitchell, but I think Mitchell could have such a big game, and he still has a shot at playing one more contest. It's not like the Niners are completely, have no shot at winning the game. They have a great shot at winning the game. Both teams, Cowboys, and unless you're a Niner fan in here, you're completely biased, toward the idea of them losing the game. The Cowboys and Niners have, in my mind, near equal shot at winning this game, this wild card game against each other. Like, it really is coming down to that. It's going to be so close. So let's go with Tannehill now. Tannehill. Where are we ranking this man? I'd probably say because he could go a little further than Hurts. I think Dak can go one game. Extra game. I think he could play 2 games, so I don't necessarily want to put Tannehill ahead of Dak, but I think about theirs, right? The crazy one's going to be A-Rod. Where are we putting A-Rod? Because A-Rod might be the most valuable A-Rod might be one of the most valuable quarterbacks on this board. I believe Burrow's going the distance. I believe Josh Allen could very well go the distance. I think Mahomes could very well go the distance too. The question, though. Oh yeah, we gotta reorder. We gotta reorder them. I was merely going. I was merely inserting Henry. We gotta reorder everybody. Don't worry. Okay, let's do that first then, because I think I'm making it confusing. I'm sorry. I'm making it confusing. If we're doing full playoffs, you're right. We have to reorder these guys. I'm sorry. I was just inserting Henry first, and I wasn't really telling you what I was going to do. So, yeah, Harris is going to go down quite a bit. Mixon. God, this is going to be hard to do like this. I made my job really hard. Full playoffs. Mixon 1. Sorry, but I feel like he is. Henry maybe 2. Maybe Aaron Jones. Dylan 3. I'm sorry, I made this confusing, guys. Harris probably here. God, so much can change when you do it this way, but Michelle, Zeke. I mean, does anybody object to that for the running backs? If we're going full playoff, like you're drafting the full group, you understand you've got Henry on a bye in week 1, but you're ranking for the whole playoffs. Like, you're taking the chance on drafting a bye week guy. So, what do you guys think of that? A Singletary needs to come up, you're right. Fournette might need to come up. Zeke might need to come down. Maybe like that. I may have to reorder these so that makes sense. Gore. The Chief guys might need to go up a little bit. Maybe Darryl and Clyde. Maybe something like that. Is that looking right? So Mixon. Oh, Gainwell. Mixon, Henry, Aaron Jones, Dylan, Mitchell, Harris. Mitchell and Harris just because they could score so many points, and both could potentially go 2 games. Connor could go 2 games. We can't discount them and say, oh, they can't. Michelle could go 2 games. Fournette could go further. I feel like this is pretty good. Now, as for tight ends, we got to re-rank these. Gronk, I feel like has a better chance of going further than Kittle, so I'm going to reorder like that. I think Knox could be number 3. I'm going to do this. Sorry, media. Schultz, Goddard. Higbee. I mean, I don't think I changed much on the tight ends. So let's reorder these. So this would be 2. This would be 3. This would be 4. This is full playoff. I'm sorry I made it confusing. I confused myself when I was doing it. Doing it live! I even confused myself, which happens from time to time. Henry, number 2 in full playoff ranking mode. Aaron Jones. Dylan 4. I know that's high for Dylan, but it's just that I think he plays a ton of games. Mitchell 5. Harris, it's hard to rank Harris later than this, even if you think the Steelers are going one game. Same thing with Connor. These guys just score so many points. Mitchell 8. Fournette, maybe Fournette needs to go 8. Mitchell 8. I meant Michelle 8. I think Fournette goes 8. Michelle can go 9. I think Fournette's going to play potentially more games. Stevenson 10. Damian Harris 11. I think Zeke's playing one game, but he could play 2, so maybe Zeke goes a little higher. But then again, Stevenson, those guys, I mean, that's all. That seems about right. I think Jacobs could have a big game, but he'll probably play one game. We'll put these guys as like a tie. These guys are all pretty darn close. So those are the running backs. Quarterbacks, we need to reorder the quarterbacks now. Burrow, A-Rod. Where's A-Rod going? Where is A-Rod going? Media, I'm not overvaluing Knox because if you listen to what I said, bro, I think the Bills have a much higher chance of going like to the big dance, bro. So you're going to get multiple games out of Knox. You have I believe, a 50-50 chance that the Niners play this one game. You have a 50-50 chance that I think Kittle could play 2 games. But Kittle hasn't been utilized a ton lately. So who's really overvaluing or expecting too much from a guy that hasn't been used lately? He blocks, bro. He's an amazing blocker. I'm not taking anything away from him. But Kittle has not earned like 3 or 4 value locked in blindly. You know, you got to factor in everything at play. Where are we putting A-Rod? Where are we putting A-Rod? Where are we putting A-Rod? I feel like not much of this is going to change. Jimmy G goes below Mac because I think Mac could go another game. Burrow 1. I think it's going to be the Bengals. This is where you got to put strategy in play. If you think that the Bengals will play the Packers, then you're probably going to go Burrow 1 or A-Rod 1, depending on who you think is going to score more. Burrow's playing an extra game, so Burrow's got to probably... If you think Burrow's going to the Super Bowl, you have to rank Burrow ahead of A-Rod because A-Rod's got a bye. So Burrow's got a whole extra game. Josh Allen, if you think Josh Allen's going to the Super Bowl, you got to have him over A-Rod because he's going to play more games. But I do think A-Rod will make the big dance. I think Josh Allen is probably 3. Mahomes, we'll put Mahomes tied for 3rd. We'll put Brady at 5. We'll put Murray at 6. No, we'll put... Yeah. I mean, at this point, you almost leave it. You almost don't have much variation because all these teams still have a shot at a shot at playing one extra game or being knocked out right away. Tannehill's got a bye, so he's tough to rank higher than this because he's got a bye, and then you could be out of it at that point if you're doing a full playoff ranking thing. So he's hard to count on. Carr will put at 11. No, Carr will put at 12. We'll put Mac Jones at 11. I think Mac Jones is a higher likelihood of playing more games. So we'll put Mac at 11. Carr at 12. Jimmy G at 13. And because the likelihood of Rothy playing one game and probably playing okay at best, then that's that. So we got Tannehill mixed in. We've got Tannehill mixed in. We got A-Rod mixed in. We got the quarterbacks on lock for full playoff rankings. That means you include the bye week. You understand the bye week is still there, but you're taking the gamble on drafting an A-Rod anyway, and that's full playoff. That's full playoff ready. The running backs are full playoff ready. We have yet to do the wide receivers. So the wide receivers have not been done yet. Let's move Henry over here to give us some room. Henry, Jonu, Moreau. Okay, give ourselves some room here. So we're going to need it. Is this all making sense? Okay. I got 10 minutes left. I got to do the bracket still. Okay, so now we got to add the wide receivers. We've got Adams, MVS, and Lazard. Adams, MVS, and Lazard. We've got A.J. Brown. Then we got to reorder. So I'm going to go Jamar Chase number 1. I'm going to go Adams number 2. Jamar Chase number 1. Adams number 2. Diggs number 3. Hill number 4. God, this is getting tough. Hill number 4. Debo number 5. So let's order these. 3 is Hill. Or Diggs. 3 is Diggs. 4 is Hill. Just a higher likelihood of going further. I don't even know if I'm keeping Debo at 5. He might drop, but I think because he could play 2 games, he feels pretty good there. Higgins might be number 6. Let me just take a look. A.J. Brown. I don't think A.J. Brown yet. I think Higgins number 6. Higgins number 6. Higgins 6. So A.J. Brown's got to be put up here before we forget him. 7, A.J. Brown. For now, I can move him. Yeah, anybody has a problem with Debo being there, you have to understand with full playoff rankings, he may play 1 game. He may play 2 games. Oh, Cup. Where did I put Cup? Good Lord. Sorry, Debo. But he's not going ahead of Hill, Diggs, or... So 5. Cup 5. Debo 6. Higgins 7. I don't know if A.J. Brown's going to remain 8 yet. So Debo. If anybody thinks this is easy navigating a board live, you got to mind. Lamb. Do we go Lamb 9? For now. I might move it. So calm down. Relax. Take a deep breath. You got Evans. I mean, Evans might be way too low. I think Evans has to be right here. Yeah, so we're moving these down. We're putting inserting Evans. This is done live, okay? This is being done live. Relax. Everybody relax. Keep your receipts, media. Keep your receipts, bro. Okay, 9 Lamb. A.J. Brown. We'll go A.J. Brown 10. 10. So we got Adam, we got MVS, and we got Lazard still to go. Don't worry. Who here feels like they're going further needs to be pulled up? That's what you gotta do when you're doing this ranking. Gabe Davis. You gotta pull Gabe Davis up, unfortunately, a little higher than you might want to. Odell, I don't know. A.J. Brown, I don't know. Ayuk, I think they're going 1 or 2 games max. So, Kurt Claypool, Van Jefferson. It feels like. I mean, it might be close to Lazard time. To be honest, Lazard. Let's put him on here so we don't forget. MVS. Let's put, it's high, but let's see. I don't know. Lazard. Let's go Lazard at 11. We're getting to the point where a lot of people could be one and done, so you got to start ranking these guys kind of like you were. You know, you don't just keep going and reordering. At some point, it starts to level again. 13, 14. Oh, Deontay. Let's put Deontay at 12. Renfro at 13. Ayuk at 14. Amari 15. Devontae Smith at 16. And then it just kind of goes flat again. Did they get Odell? Did I forget Odell? I think I forgot Odell. He's covered by Claypool, I think. Ah, son of a... 16. 17. 18. You know, Boyd might need to go up here because I think the Bengals are going far. He might even need to go higher than this. And then at this point, you know, no need to necessarily rank them. I'm just going to drag them around. So let me get rid of these numbers here. And I might change some things. So calm down, everyone. Anybody that's got their panties in a bunch right now. MVS, probably go MVS ahead. Well, I guess MVS is good here. Claypool, Van, Wilson, Perriman, Kirk Perriman, AJ Green, Jennings, Bourne, Grayson. That feels pretty good. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I feel like full playoff rankings, aside from my hiccup of adjusting them while we're inserting Henry. I was inserting Henry like as if like where would I value him so you guys knew what you were missing with them being out. And then I didn't rank them yet, reorder them yet. So I made that confusing, my bad. Yeah, there we go. We did it live. We did it live. Where are... Okay, so now we need to... put all these away. In the final few minutes here, we're doing the bracket. Let the complaining begin. Let the complaining begin. So I'm going to have the Tennessee Titans. So I got to write in the wild cards here. So the Tennessee Titans are the number 1 seed. They are sitting there in waiting, awaiting their opponent. We'll put them right here. We've got the Green Bay Packers as the 1 seed awaiting their opponent right here. And so now we have to decide which team is going to win this wild card game, what teams are going to win the wild card games, and then determine who plays Tennessee and Green Bay first, and then we go. So here we go. Kansas City, Pittsburgh. Pretty easy victory, in my opinion. Casey goes on. Bengals are going to win this game. And then the Bills are going to win, I believe, against the Patriots. But that will be a very, very tough match. Now, the lowest seeded team, the worst ranked team left, plays the Titans because they're the number one team. That's the advantage of being the number one seed. You play the worst seeded team that is remaining, the easiest team, quote unquote, based on the seeding. And that would be the number 4 Cincinnati Bengals. Had the Pittsburgh Steelers won, they would have played Tennessee. Had the New England Patriots won, they would have played Tennessee, assuming the Pittsburgh Steelers didn't win. So this is the worst ranked, the lowest seeded team left. So they will go there. And, well, technically, they'll be at the bottom. I'll do that. And then Buffalo here. So let's go on over to this other side. Philly, if Philly were to win, they would play Green Bay no matter what, because they would be, by default, the worst ranked team in the league yet left on that side of the bracket. But they're not going to win. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to win. So we're going to put them right here. Dallas, San Fran. You guys know my feeling on this 50-50 game. Okay, so all my 49er people need to get prepared that it's going to be a close battle. I know you think it's already won, but it's going to be a tough matchup. This is a tough defense. This is a playmaking defense in the Dallas Cowboys that know how to pick 6 quarterbacks like Jimmy G. So it really will be up to Shanahan to put Jimmy G in the least vulnerable situations as possible. Make sure you utilize Kittle because Debo will be keyed on, and you need to run the ball 35 times to win the game. To run the ball 35 times, you do have to make defenses honest and stretch the field, so it's a catch-22. You can't just come out and run. You might get stopped. Dallas has got a good defense. Maybe they can be scored on. That is true. But they can pick 6 anybody. This is a playmaking team. And for anybody complaining about the Dallas Cowboy defense, they played bad teams all year, Smitty. They just played bad teams all year. All year. They scored really high fantasy football-wise against the Patriots. They've had some huge games. And look, this defense is the number 1 fantasy football defense. They ranked number 1, and it was not even close. So let's not get our facts twisted up and act like the Dallas Cowboys can't bring thunder on anybody. They most certainly can. That's why they were the number 1 fantasy football defense in fantasy football 2021. So I'm going to go ahead and say the Dallas Cowboys win this game. Cardinals versus Rams. As much as I want to be a homer and say, oh, the Cardinals are going to win. Look, I'm objective. I don't ever lean with my bias of a home team. I don't think the Cardinals look put together. I think the Rams are too tough right now. Cooper Kupp's amazing, playing out of his mind. The Cardinals are down wide receivers. We have no Hopkins still. We've lost our identity. You can smell it. And I'm not going to pick them to go further because I root for the Cardinals and I'm here in Arizona. I'm going to objectively look at this and I'm going to say that out of these teams here, the Rams are the lowest ranked team. So they would go on to play the Green Bay Packers. Had the Philadelphia Eagles won, they would automatically play Green Bay. Or if San Fran wins and Philly doesn't, then San Fran would have immediately went to play Green Bay because they would have been the lowest remaining seed. That means that Green Bay will put them on the bottom here. Green Bay will face off against the Rams, and the Bucks will host the Dallas Cowboys, and we will put it like that. Now we must move on. Did I miss any super chats? Let me know if I did. Green Bay Packers are beating them Rams and moving on to this battle here. The Tampa Bay Bucks will probably lambaste and lambaste, however you want to word that, or pronounce that word, lambasting time. It's lambasting season. The Bengals, I believe, will be too hard to stop for the Tennessee Titans, who have had time off. They're working out rust. Will Derrick Henry even be ready? Tough to know. KC is going to be a tough battle, but I think Josh Allen is up for the task. The Bengals will not stop until Joe Burrow lights his cigar. He's on his way to the big dance. I think it's a tough outing. These are two amazing quarterbacks. They're arguably 1 and 2 for the future. I know Mahomes is there still too. I know Herbert's still there. Those are my top 4. I've got Josh Allen. I've got Burrow, Mahomes, and Herbert. All of my top 4. Those are the top 4 fantasy quarterbacks moving forward. We can debate one over the other. I'm okay with that. But this right here is what I expect to happen. Now, this is a tough outing. Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady. Thomas Brady, I think, falls short in this one. And A-Rod goes to the Super Bowl and has this storybook potential ending set up where the team doesn't even want him. They're constantly making this guy frustrated. He wants out. He's already negotiated that he's leaving. He's got it built into his contract. He almost retired over it. People still say, "Oh, but I don't think Aaron Rodgers would leave, Smitty. If he wins the Super Bowl, he wouldn't leave. Why would he leave? Because he doesn't want to be there." And he's made it abundantly clear. Whether he wins the Super Bowl, doesn't win a Super Bowl, falls 1 game short, loses in the Super Bowl, wins in the Super Bowl, he's gone. He's gone. He made it so in his contract over the offseason. He's made it abundantly clear. So he's going to face off against my boy Joey B. It's going to be a storybook ending. Joey B's on the rise. He's on the come up. Everybody loves him. He's the most likable. These are the 2 most likable quarterbacks, the 2 most likable personalities in football, in my opinion. These 2 guys, Aaron Rodgers versus Joey B., these are my number 1 and number 2 ranked personalities in the NFL. Joe Burrow is my favorite personality, my favorite person in the NFL. I love the way he carries himself. I love what he represents. I love the fact that he's on the rise to be the next GOAT in training. I love Aaron Rodgers. I love everything about Aaron Rodgers. I love that everybody hates Aaron Rodgers. And these are literally my 2 favorite people in the NFL right now. Joey B and Aaron Rodgers, and they face off against each other. And everybody loves Joey B. Everybody loves Joey B. Yeah, finally says Aaron Rodgers is not likable. I know. That's one reason I love him, bro. I love that people don't like him. I love that people don't like when he comes out and says his mind and speaks his mind and gives a very blunt and point-blank press conference that people can't handle. I love Aaron Rodgers. One of my favorite people right now. Absolutely love him. He's fantastic. Smitty approved. Where's my Smitty approved?
You've just been Smitty approved.
Aaron Rodgers, you've been Smitty approved, pal. I love Josh Allen too, bro. So, Joey B impresses everybody. Joey B takes it the distance. Smitty, your boy Smitty said Joey B would win the division. The Bengals would win the division. The Bengals would win the division. They won the division. Your boy Smitty's telling you the Bengals have a really good chance of making it to the big dance. They may fall short. They may not. I hope Joey B wins. I hope Rodgers wins. I hope they tie. I'm so excited about this matchup. It's going to be the most fun Super Bowl for me because I love these 2 individuals, Aaron Rodgers. But give me A-Rod for the win. Where's my circle? Hold on, I got to find it. Where's my circle? There we go. Give me A-Rod for the win. This is my bracket. I hope you all have enjoyed. Bridges says A-Rod is not likable. That's why I love him. That's why I love him, Bridges. He's so likable to me. I love him. I love that no one loves him. I love A-Rod. I love A-Rod. I love that everybody hates A-Rod. The media hates A-Rod. The mainstream media hates A-Rod. They absolutely despise him. So there it is. There's my bracket. You guys got my rankings today, my wild card rankings. Through a little bit of confusion and chaos, we drilled out the full season rankings. And then you got my bracket. So we took care of fantasy football playoff rankings, fantasy football, NFL bracketology. We took care of it all here on the show. And we did it live. Jeopardy fans hate A-Rod, says Stormcat. I love A-Rod. The more people that hate A-Rod, the more times I love him. That many times over. All right. There you have it. Appreciate everybody in here. Hit the thumbs up if you're new. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the thumbs up if you're not new and you just haven't hit it yet. Appreciate everybody being in here. And let me ask an honest question, okay? If you guys could give me some honest feedback in the chat. Do you prefer a more loose-based show like this, or do you like the timed show that we've been doing Monday through Thursday? I would like to know your honest feel. Do you like the more conversational, loose-based show like this, or am I dropping the ball by going away from this Monday through Friday? Tell me what you think real quickly. Hit me with your honest feedback. Do you like this kind of conversation better? Are you more entertained and engaged and involved? Now, don't let the content make you feel, like this is the better show if you just enjoyed this specific content because you're involved. Like, try and think about the format. Try and think about the conversation, the flow of the show. I'm a little torn on which one feels better. I think we could do both. Romez says this style. Mix up both, actually. Both. Today's was fire. I like a little of both. Loose base. Definitely this. Fake people hate A-Rod. I think a happy medium. Some sort of structure. But the looseness to go off on a tangent. Okay. I'll think about how I'm going to do it. Maybe we even do one show that way or a segment. Maybe we could hit a segment that's timed, like 1 minute for 10 minutes. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll try and make sure we don't go off the rails and what works for the show. I thought the timed segments were pretty awesome. It had a pardon the interruption feel to it. I know a lot of people liked it, but I think a lot of people just like the show. I think we're just that likable people. We're like A-Rod. We're just likable. We're a likable show. Some people don't like us. Maybe the mainstream doesn't like us, but we are likable people. We are like Aaron Rodgers and Joe Burrow and Josh Allen. We're good enough. We're smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like us. We are likable. Maybe not, but that's okay. Try to do too many segments in one show. Yeah, we'll see. I'm trying to be open-minded to not going down that road if it's not what people want. But it's also hard to know what people want because fantasy football viewership is going to drop off for a bit while people kind of rejuvenate. And then once the rookie stuff, which I'm already doing, starts kicking into gear, people are going to be rushing back. And so, tough to know. We don't have a big sample size like we did. As soon as the fantasy season ended, it just kind of... Very likable because you've got a good attitude. Thank you, Stormcat. Both go back and forth. Segments have the edge personality. Okay, we'll try and do both. Maybe what I'll do is just have like a speed round segment. So we'll figure that out. Like every show has it, but it's 10 minutes and it's 1 minute each. Like speed through a bunch of topics. Do what he just did is tough. Playoff for a whole rankings is next to impossible, says Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. What's even more impossible is to do a wild card ranking and then change it into the full season ranking on the screen, on the fly, doing it live. Cut me some slack. I forgot to put Cooper Kupp in right away, and I had to fix it. I'm sorry. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate every one of you. I am a little curious as to why you guys aren't asking questions once the video ends in the comments. I'm here for you. I will answer, especially in the off season. I pretty much guarantee almost 100%. Leave myself a 1% leeway. I almost guarantee 100% that I will respond to your comment if you comment on my most recent video, which will be this one, for the next 12 to 24 hours. So drop a comment, a question, ask me about movies, ask me about the weather, whatever. There's no excuse that everybody watching right now can't engage and ask a question. Hit the comments. Let's go. Appreciate everybody. Peace out.